Daniel, I'm sorry. I know you're sitting next to Ben Affleck and everything. He's a big star. He's a great talent. But brother, I'm coming directly to you because your performance in this movie was so top notch that you made all the other actors come a little harder. Like you made everybody like bring a little bit more of themselves. You can see it in the movie. What was it like for you this first big movie?
It was great. Filming with everybody was just great, and the experiences was just insane. Especially having George directing it, and
Yeah.
he was just great coaching me, and he taught me the right ways. And he didn't even have to like coach me a lot. Some of them took two takes, some of them took one take. That the scene, so it was easy, and especially filming scenes with
Easy.
Ben was just easy. Better. It was just easy because me and him.
When you got talent, you know what I mean? It just comes easy
Yeah,
to you.
it just comes easy. Like, hey, roll the camera. Let me do my thing.
Some of us have to work. You know, some of us just, everything goes in.
You know, easy. It did seem like, I mean, they talk about how much casting, how big of a role casting plays in this art, right? In this form of art. What was it like, Ben, first day on this set? I mean, to be reunited also with George, this effort, this story in particular.
You know, like you said, I've known George. I've worked with him. Matt Damon, has talked to me about being in movies he's directed and just raved about it. And so I was really looking forward to it. And what I didn't even think about really was exactly what you say, like how important the casting was and how George's eye for like my performance and feedback was so sharp. And maybe even more useful and important was his understanding of actors and how they're going to work together and what actors need to be successful and how to help them and how to create this supportive kind of open environment where you can fail, you can try things. And then along comes this guy who seems, he does have this just enormously like beautiful ability to just be present and to talk and have realistic conversation. You just feel like you're in the room, like you don't tell the difference between action and cut, and when you're not
taps
rolling,
in. He taps in a way. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was reading about how you prepared for this role, Ben, how your perspective on it. I think someone was asking you about Uncle Charlie and how maybe playing this was like a little bit about playing your father, and the way that you thought about it, saying that in fact how you played this was how you would have wanted someone to talk to little Ben. It makes you watch the movie a totally different way. It's a it's a really beautiful approach. It felt like the kind of wonder, the kind of whimsy, the kind of love I think any kid would want from Uncle Charlie.
That's nice. I mean, a lot of that I have to credit the writing and George and the direction and like I say, the other actors, but there was definitely the center to this movie was very meaningful for me, both as a parent, because this is kind of who I am. Everything else is sort of peripheral, and then as in terms of my own life and thinking back, because my dad was a bartender and he was into reading and language and writing and thinking about that and what do kids need and how do you be honest with them. One of the most beautiful things was the honesty, because you gotta there's this tendency to like want to tell the kids like who are upset or something's a problem. Oh, that's not a problem. Don't worry about it.
Right.
But they know that's
crying even though it's like yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, you're upset. This sucks. This is no good. I understand. You're right. This is painful. And then go, okay, you can see them, that resonates. And that's what this character did. His honesty was so powerful and so evident that when he then turns around and says, I believe in you, you have it, you can be a good writer, you can do this. He has credibility and it's meaningful.
Yeah, he's fuel and it turned and JR is able to then turn that into some fuel to do some pretty incredible things. Tell me, I am I think there are a lot of people who are looking at this time in their life, especially as we look forward to the new year, chances missed, chances lost, the desire, the hope, the prayer for a second chance. You've talked about how you believe, you are benefiting, in a manner of ways from the ability to accept a second chance. I'm curious though about what you have learned in accepting that chance, right? What's that thing you don't want to get wrong this time around? What's that thing you are hoping to really take it all the way?
Well, I think, it's interesting because I think for all of us, very few people, I've never seen anybody who's gotten everything right the whole way the first time, and one of the things about life is that in order to really accomplish, I think, what you want to accomplish, both as a person and in your work, whatever it may be, is both to hold yourself to a very high standard and also to be able to forgive yourself for not getting it. You have to be brave enough to fail. You have to try, and then that's not going to be the end of the world. I missed there, because if you don't, you'll never take a big swing. You'll never try really hard things. And part of what this movie is about is how much easier it is to do that and feel good about yourself if you've already got that voice in your head of that parent, that figure in your life who believed in you. And if they believed in you, you'll believe in yourself too, and you'll make an effort to take those swings. I think we all at times require, second chances. It's just the nature of life. Things are hard. There's things that we succeed at and I'm not going to succeed the first time. My own kids, it's like, they get upset or something doesn't go right. It's like, it's okay. That's not the problem. The problem is if you don't keep trying, if you give up, if you stop, that's the problem. Nothing else is a problem.
And accepting the responsibility to say, I'm renewing the effort to get it better this time.
I think whatever you do, and as a person or as an artist or in your job, like if you have to just say, I got to be willing to grow, I got to be willing to get better. And the first, it starts with that honesty. Like if people have been honest with you and you have the capacity to be honest with yourself, this isn't good enough. I don't like this. I don't like where my life is. I want to improve this and change this. If you can't admit that, because you're defensive or you're protecting or you can't, you won't ever get better and you'll be stuck there,
Stuck there. And nobody wants that feeling. Nobody wants that feeling.
No.
I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna leave you with this, and I mean it in jest. But people are talking about the Jennifer Lopez effect when it comes to clothing. Please just tell me you walk out one time and you've said, Jen, come on, not that one.
I don't even know how to answer that question in a way that I'm going to be happy with later. And I'm not even sure what that effect is. So I'm going to just, I'm going to think about that and get back.
All right, I'll take it. Brother, it's so good to catch up with you. Daniel, incredible job. Will we see more of you? You're going to keep this acting thing going?
Yes, I will, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, we'll take it. Thank you, man. Thank you.